What up everyone, it's your boy X-Man87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends news video, and what I have for you today is a recap of the Marvel Legends Fan First episode on April 19th, 2022, and the reveals were a banger. I'll be covering everything that was revealed, as well as giving you my thoughts on them. You know how this works. Sorry I've been absent. Right after recovering from COVID, I got hit with the flu and it reignited all my COVID symptoms and my coughing got worse. So yeah, it sucks. My health has gone through hell and it's been a rough start to the year for me. But I'm a trooper. I'm still here, alive, and got all these wonderful action figures to make me feel better. So, before I get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel, and I greatly appreciate it, especially if you are hyped for all the new Marvel Legends reveals. So, with that said, let's go! The big three team of Ryan, Dan, and Dwight welcomes everyone to the new studio, which looks cool, and we get to see the new Disney Plus Infinity Ultron Build-A-Figure series wave in packaging. Well, at least just these four, so nope, we'll have to wait for the rest of the unveiling another day. Most of the new reveals that were shown will go up for pre-order on Wednesday, April 20th, 2022 at 1 p.m. Eastern Time unless noted otherwise. I'm late with this video since I was busy all day at work yesterday, so by the time you see this, it'll most likely be up already. Kicking things off, we have the Thor Love and Thunder Korg Build-A-Figure series wave, which most of us saw this get leaked a few days ago. Official images are here and all products will be available on April 26th at Hasbro Pulse and most major retailers at $24.99 each. Don't want to spend too much time on this as I'm not too excited about this wave and there's way better reveals than this, but I'll pinpoint a few things out. As you see, Korg is in a new attire. I think it's a lame choice as we had a Korg that wasn't a bath before. I can see many passing on this. I personally think that Russell Crowe's Zeus would have been the better bath choice. Thor Vereen looks so damn cool. The cross eye does bother me a bit. The colors are absolutely beautiful and he does give me some Rune King Thor vibes. Ravager Thor is another one I do like. It does seem like they are paying homage to the Eric Masterson Thunderstrike look. Groot is the same Teen Groot that was released back in the Infinity War 3-pack with Rocket and Thor. This time he has new swappable branch parts and a rifle. Star-Lord is looking a lot like his father Ego. The beard is making him look like Kurt Russell on this figure. Anyone feel the same? Not feeling this at all. I don't like the look to Christian Bale's Gore. He just looks empty since he usually carries the symbiote with him. The head sculpt is superb though, I will say. Hopefully he makes up for his look in being a badass in the film. King Valkyrie of New Asgard looks sweet. Love the double jointed pinless elbows, the flowing cape, and the braided hair. That outfit just looks so nice. The mighty Thor Jane Foster is my favorite out this wave. She looks incredible. Love the cracks on Mjolnir. The helmet design is beautiful. She definitely looks like Natalie Portman. Isn't she supposed to have brown hair without the helmet though? Then it turns blonde when she summons Mjolnir? I forgot how that works. Anyways, the arms look accurate as she got jacked for the role. Got to applaud her for the dedication there. She's such a talented actress. The Marvel Legends 20th anniversary Toad was finally revealed, and all I got to say is that I absolutely love it. This is one of the looks I was hoping they'd tackle, and it hits hard. 20 years since that stupid action figure of him that you can't even pose. We get a Toad with the super articulation, as that's the term I think they are dubbing when it comes to referring to the feature which has the double diaphragm joint and the drop down thighs. Yep, you heard that right. It'll have that and pinless knees. The arms have pins. I think they are the Nightcrawler arms. I love the added layers on the torso, wrists, and ankles. The head sculpts, in my opinion, are sick. Sculpted by the talented Paul Harding, especially the one with the tongue. Would have been icing on the cake if that tongue could rotate or even come with a swappable tongue. Oh, and toe articulation should have been added. The two inclusions of the little Toad accessories pays homage to the Series 1 figure, and as usual, to keep the thematic comic covers, it comes with a double-sided cardboard backdrop. Look, if you don't like this figure, then I'm sorry, but that's not going to stop me from loving this. I cannot wait to display him on my X-Men shelf. Toad will be available in December this year and will be a fan channel offer, which will retail for $33.99. Get ready now, as it's all Spider-Man love from here on out. So I want my fellow Spidey fans to show up in the comments section, as we are getting the 3 Spider-Mans from No Way Home in 2023. They did address why it's taking a little over a year for this to be released, and there are many factors. They usually get concepts to work on in the early developmental stages, but Marvel kept the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield secrecy from them despite the rumors to ensure it stays as a surprise. So they had no knowledge of it early on. Normally, it's a 12 to 16 month process, factoring in concept, tooling, packaging, shipping, final tweaks, etc. They are working hard at this. As they mentioned, they'll all be 100% new from scratch. Hey, I'm okay with this. How many times have we been let down when they rush these products out and we get the concept but not the full complete look corrected? This is great. They can take their sweet time and getting it 101% right to make us all happy. I'm praying that they finally include wall crawling hands for these MCU Spideys. You guys know this has been my biggest gripe with MCU Spider-Man figures. This should be worth the wait. Everything sounds promising so far. First official reveal is the Spider-Man Homecoming BFF Civilians pack with Peter Parker and Ned Leeds, and they include the backpacks that were teased in a prior fan first livestream. These two look fantastic together. Ned Leeds' head sculpt is so accurate to the actor's likeness. The Spider-Man mask for Ned Leeds was Jesse Falcon's genius idea, and I love it. It's so damn funny. I couldn't stop laughing after seeing how it looks on him. New head sculpts for Tom and a book. Not digging that smiling head sculpt whatsoever. Hoping to see a Marissa Tomei's May Parker next. This 2-pack will be available in December and retail for $55.99. We get a Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Spider-Man Noir reveal, and he looks stellar. New mold for a trench coat finally. I think this could be used for future figures, because that normal trench coat we seen on Nick Fury, Gambit, Phantom X, it's just so worn out. So switch up is needed there. It has a nice flow to it, but I do wish it had a swappable non-flowing jacket instead of including this re-release for Spider-Ham. The dotted print deco gives it so much film accuracy though. This may be my favorite looking figure from all the Spider-Verse movie figures. I think they tease figures for the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1 for later this year, so we'll have to stay tuned for that. Spider-Man Noir will be a Target exclusive and will retail for $29.99. For the Spider-Man 60th anniversary Beyond Amazing line, they showed the packaging for some figures that were already revealed. So here is the Iron Spider. This item will be available in December and retail for $33.99. Ouch, gotta love these new prices. Jesus Christ, with taxes, $35? Paint the damn tentacles in gold, man. Spider-Man Future Foundation Stealth Suit is shown with its accessories and on the retro body. They did sort of tease the regular suit. I know they are aware that's the one we want to see, so I'm sure it'll happen soon. The packaging is also revealed and will be available in December, retailing at $27.99. The Silk vs. Doc Ock 2-pack Amazon exclusive was revealed and went on sale about a month ago or so. I never got to speak on it, but I did manage to get my pre-order in. They did mention that some more quantities should go up at a later date since it's sold out. Don't know when, but keep your internet scrolling eyes peeled. I love this new Silk on the Shriek body mold. It's a great update to have it on the pinless limbs. Love her face sculpts, again sculpted by the talented Paul Harding. Here's our first look at the unmasked head that wasn't shown last time. I feel like she looks more Korean this time around. Always felt like the last one looked Latina. They also mentioned that the face print tech used on our MCU figures will have that same level of detail and realism for the comic figures going forward. Don't know how they're doing this. Are they doing something like video games where they pay a face model and scan it? I don't know, but I'm curious to know. Digging the short hair. She looks cute. I'm feeling that new web shooting accessory way more than the last one that weighed the figure down a bit in posing. This looks extremely light and balanced to be convenient for your poses. I'm a fan of this costume, but I would have preferred the first appearance look with the web wrapped around her body. Still, nice to have an update that bests the previous version. Doc Ock re-release here gets a redeco with a brighter greens and yellows, an additional head sculpted by Paul Harding. He comes with 2 fists and a pair of stylized hands, so you're not stuck with the same hands like the last one, which only had a fist and gripping hand. Same tentacles as before with no bendy wire, obviously. However, interestingly enough, Dwight did mention they are exploring a way to bring bendy wire to Doc Ock in the future. So just be a little more patient to get that Doc Ock we've all been wanting. This 2-pack will be available again later this year in limited quantities and will still retail for its original $55.99 price tag. The Knull 2-pack has finally been revealed and it's a heavy hitter. First we see Knull in all his symbiote godlike glory and he looks phenomenal. The super articulation again with that double diaphragm joint. He towers over a standard 6-inch figure as he's really tall. They are still at the tweaking stages with the colors as it's a bit off, so corrections are being made to make it more black. After all, he is the king in black. He comes with his sword, which looks insane with all those tendril-like details, as well as an additional head. Probably one of the most exciting reveals was the monstrosity of this new Venom figure with his symbiote-powered wings from Venom issue number 5 after the events from the King in Black that somehow just sprouts when saving himself and Miles Morales falling from incredible heights. 2 new comic heads and hands on the movie Venom body. Let's freaking go! This is absolutely amazing. The wings are fully articulated and are removable as well. Here are some of the images Hasbro sent me to show off to you guys. The ports may not look like it ratchets, but when Dwight demonstrated on screen, it does look tight and secure. So let's hope it stays that way and we don't have wings falling off. But some of you might want to display them without the wings to get a close representation of a classic to the now more modern comic Venom from this story arc. You'll just have to deal with the holes on the back. Yeah, unfortunately it interrupts the Venom logo paint. For my Venomverse display, he's going to be up with these wings, no doubt. Not sure what the wingspan measures up to, but my guess is maybe around 16 to 18 inches across. My one gripe is those open toes. He should have a regular shoe look for his feet to match the comic look. Other than that, he looks utterly fantastic. This mega pack is entirely fantastic. Man, I'm pumped for this. Might be 2-pack of the year here. The Venom and Knull 2-pack will be available in December and retail for $77.99. I think the price is justifiable on this one. It's basically 2 baths together, especially when you factor in those large wings and all the tooling that went into that. Knull is 100% new from scratch with the super articulation. I find it reasonable. The next reveal was a very important one as we get the Renew Your Vows 2-pack of Spider-Man and Spinneret. I say important because this Spider-Man makes a major impact in the line of having pinless legs and arms to get the correct reds and blues on the outer and inner arms in his classic costume. It doesn't stop there. We finally get the return of toe articulation on Spider-Man figures. This is a win. This is something most of us collectors have been clamoring for, and thankfully we've been rewarded with it. I think it's a new head sculpt too, with the more chiseled jawline with whiter eyes, but I could be wrong. I can't wait to pose the hell out of this figure. I'm not sure if they got rid of the gap on the back of the neck as I couldn't get a good look at the back, so it'll be nice if they did. Boog Nice from ACBA will have this review out on 4/20, so I'll check his review out to see if that gap is still there and just to overall drool all over this figure during his review. This is lit. This is it. This is the elite classic comic Spider-Man figure from Hasbro. and nothing will top this for a very long time, as this figure is now goated for life. Spinneret looks really good, man. Pinless arms, legs, newer slender body, as it's not on the Shriek body mold, so she is a bit taller. Love the costume and the colors. MJ alternate head. It looks to be a new face sculpt using that real life tech print, but the hair is still the same as the last one, just with a better red color for her hair. Great accessories packed in, and we get another clean Parker head, which will be more accessible now since the last time it came in the Toys R Us exclusive MJ 2-pack. Again, with that real life tech print, this set will be available in November and retail for $55.99. It's going to be a hot one. Next up, we get a brand new Lizard figure for the retro Spider-Man animated series, and I'm in love with this. All new from scratch and not a re-release of the Bath. Reminds me of that same vintage figure when I was a kid. Love this sleek and lanky build. He has the super articulation if you look closely. It's a double diaphragm joint, so I'm stoked to keep seeing more of this implemented on newer figures. 2 new head sculpts, which I love. The snout with the tongue out is my favorite one, and it looks like the mandible will also be articulated. The classic goofy looking head is gold. It's so old school classic Lizard, and it just makes me laugh with a warm fuzzy feeling. Pinless, another new lab coat, and most importantly, a bendy wired tail. Yes! It doesn't have that 3 POA tail like the Bath. This will look more natural when posing, and it looks damn good. The feet are pretty wide and could have benefited from toe articulation to capture poses for crawling and tail whips, but the figure does indeed look very articulate and will beat out the Bath hands down. He also comes with 2 lab flasks, which were previously teased. I know many of you thought it would come with the X-Men animated series Beast, which can still be included. I mean, why not, right? Also extra hands, with one of the hands being able to hold the flasks. Lizard's release will be announced at a later date, but it will be a Walmart exclusive, unfortunately, and retail for $29.99. To close the show out, they revealed the last item for the Beyond Amazing line, and it's the first appearance Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man in that same darker color pattern. And no, it's not a redeco, as it's 100% new from scratch with the super articulation. It's shorter than the retro Spidey and not as much bulk. I love what they're doing here in delivering more of these super articulated bodies, more opportunities to get other characters on this body, which is exciting. He's loaded with accessories including 8 hands in total, the 2 web lines, and swappable web capes with an option to display them folded down or flared out. Personally, I'm not a fan of the swappable web cape because it has that hole. So when you remove one, you're going to get that gap. I think they should have went fabric here, man, you know? Doesn't look to have toe articulation either, or the drop down legs. My good friend Shartimus Prime will be doing the review, so I'll tune in to find out more. A great looking Spider-Man figure that I cannot wait to get my hands on. It'll be available in December and will retail for $27.99. Lastly, the traditional teaser ends with a fabric lab coat. I definitely think it's going to be the X-Men animated series Beast, as that coat looks pretty bulky to me. I still think he may come with those flasks that the Lizard came with, so it should be a nice offer. I'm eager to see what they do with the head sculpts for him. And now to wrap things up, overall, I think this was their best live stream, as we are getting more points of articulation, more pinless consistency, more new sculpts from scratch, bendy wires, soft goods, especially the newer face print text to add more realism for the comic figures, which I'm all for innovation, so this line can keep thriving. The prices are getting scarier with a huge price hike, as most of the solo figures with no bath pieces and minimal accessories are now $30 to $35. This is worrisome, as I can see a few small time or even casual collectors start to tap out of the line at that price range. But I guess it comes with the territory, as they are getting closer to being almost import-like. Almost, and I say that delicately. The hardcore collectors such as myself will stick with the line after investing 20 years into it, but How far will it go if it doesn't continue delivering more accessories, more paint apps, and such? I don't know. We'll find out as time goes on. But they got to deliver with each item. No more shortcuts like that Iron Spider tentacles not being painted in gold, and no wall crawling hands for $35. They have to deliver. They went over the closed box, plastic-free packaging that we'll slowly see rolling out, and the team will speak to it on a item-by-item basis. Product renders in the front, art on the sides, accessories on the back. This is the eco-friendly packaging, and I know it's good for the environment, but many folks are displeased with this, mainly because as collectors, well, at least me, speaking for myself, I like to strictly inspect what I'm buying, from cosmetics to any other potential QC issue. Years ago, I thought they were looking into stopping the toy aisle trolls from mischievous swapping, but this is encouraging that even more, I feel. This isn't it, fam. I would hate for anyone to experience opening a figure from the box and not being the actual product, or ending up with two right feet, which I myself was able to detect something like this in the store and avoid purchasing to save me that trouble. So now it's a crapshoot, and Mint on Card collectors are not going to be able to enjoy seeing their figure on a blister card, and so there's that too. Despite my concerns, I still enjoyed these reveals. I was left with so much enthusiasm at the end that I kept wanting more. I'm extremely satisfied with all the new tech, character updates, upgrades, and new POAs being added, as posing is number one for me. The Spider-Man stuff is super exciting to see, and I'm sure many Spidey fans will be happy. I'll be interviewing the Hasbro Marvel Legends team soon, as I got an opportunity to do so again. I'm going to spend some time and put together some thoughtful and respectable questions. Stay tuned for that. Now I kick it back to you. What was your favorite reveal? What are you looking forward to the most? Or feel free to share your thoughts on topics such as new POAs, new tech, price hikes, etc. Comment below, let me know, we'll talk about it. That was my recap. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next video. Peace.